As we continue our media availabilities in advance of Sunday's Cheese at 355 at the Glen, we're joined now by the driver of the number 78 Furniture Road Toyota, Martin Truex Jr., and the team president, Furniture Road Racing, Joe Garone. Gentlemen, welcome. Some pretty exciting news broke last night with your 2-year agreement to continue driving the number 78 Martin. And obviously with Bass Pro Shops and Tracker Boats extending their primary sponsorship or expanding their primary sponsorship on the number 78 next year. Congratulations. Tell us a little bit about the deal.
Well, I think everybody knows the details, but obviously really excited to continue this relationship. It's the last year and a half with this team has been amazing, and just looking forward to continuing that momentum and building upon our success. So it's, Final Four last year was a big deal for us, and looking forward to hopefully getting back here this year and doing even better. And just, again, continue to build on the success we've grown into as a group. I think we've got, the best team in the garage without a doubt, in my opinion, and just looking forward to, keeping that together and hopefully, doing bigger and better things as we go forward.
Joe, talk a little bit about the importance of continuity as you continue to seek that championship. Obviously, a great year last year, off to a solid start this year, headed to the chase. But talk a little bit about the importance of continuity in that entire equation.
Yeah, and that's what's great about this is we've got history now, and switching over to Toyota coming into this year was a big step, and now signing up here for a couple more years is going to give us a few more years of focus and continue building this program.
Excellent. Before I open up the questions, Martin, specific to this track, obviously you feel like this is a race here last year that you should have won. What are your thoughts after the first practice session with the new surface and heading into Sunday's race?
Definitely pleased with how the day's gone so far. We come up here and tested 2 weeks ago, and it was definitely a good thing we did because we weren't very good. We learned a lot, and we learned a lot of what not to do, and so it was cool to come back here today. The guys did a good job getting the car prepared and coming up with some new things and some new ideas, and it's felt really good today. So the track is definitely a lot more challenging with the new pavement. It's really, really fast. Obviously, the tires just seem to get faster and faster as we run on them, and each time we go in and out of the garage, it seems to be a little quicker, but definitely really fast around here and having a lot of fun so far today.
We'll open up the questions now. If you'll raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you. We'll start right up front here with Jim Utter.
Jim Utter, motorsport.com. For Martin, I'm not sure, I don't know what you thought was possible when you first arrived at Furniture Row Racing, but what has it been like to be not only a part of an organization that has grown while you've been there, but has also provided you probably the best success of your career?
Yeah, I mean, I think when I first went there, I was like, okay, this is a pretty good option. It's my only option, but it's a pretty good one. So, we kind of got brought together by fate, really. And it's interesting that it worked out that way, but obviously I'm very thankful. Barney has continued to deliver, continued to give us the tools that we need to be successful. And honestly, it's just been... I feel like a continuing trend of getting better and better and better. And honestly, I think we're one of the best teams in the garage. I feel that way. Certainly we've had the speed consistently this year to be considered one of those guys. And honestly, I still feel like we're growing. I still feel like we're learning each other and getting better and learning new things. And so to think that it all came together the way it did is it's kind of weird, but it's definitely something I'm really thankful for.
We'll stay up front here to Lee, and then we'll go.
LeeSpencerMotorsport.com.
What's the smirk for? It's like.
Sorry, I was replying to somebody. Anyway, when you talk about that deal, though, and where you are now, and with the equipment that you have, can you imagine racing anywhere else? Even what you want to, with the Gibbs cars being where they are.
Honestly, no. This is, and as we went through this process in the last, 3 weeks or a month, it's, I've worked I've been in the series 10 years, and it's taken me that long to get here to where I want to be. I've put a lot of effort in. I've busted my butt to get to this, in this position where I can win races consistently and be a championship contender. So, yeah, I mean, to throw that away would obviously be silly unless it was, something that you just couldn't do for some crazy reason. But I think that, we were able to work everything out, and I couldn't be happier, obviously, to be working, with these guys. And Barney's been a great guy to work for. He's such an honest guy, and he shoots you straight. He tells you the truth. He takes care of his guys like they're his family, and that means a lot to me. And it makes us all do our jobs better.
We'll stay up here in the front left, and then we'll work our way to the right.
Also for Martin, how drastic were the changes you had to make to the car from 15 to 16, and how much did you have to change driving this place?
It's not as different as you would think setup wise. I thought when we tested here, we were quite a bit different than the things we'd run in the past. And then it was, we weren't very good, and we changed a lot of stuff, but we changed a lot of little things. It wasn't like, complete 180 on your theory of this place. I mean, it's still the same racetrack, right? The corners are still all the same. You still have the same challenges. The uphill parts, the curbs are similar to what they were. So it's not changed a lot, but the pavement's the biggest thing, and obviously the tires. The tires are the biggest difference from what we used to run here, and now they're really hard. They don't wear out, which is typical repave, whether it's an oval or road course, and so you don't really change tires or wear tires out. You just keep running on them, and they get faster and faster and faster. So I think it's really challenging to figure out where your car is because at some point in the race you have to put tires on. So that's a big challenge, but we'll just see where it goes. But it's definitely the same racetrack. You just have to drive it a little different because you're going faster in each corner than you used to.
We'll go to your right to Claire B. Lang, and then we'll go to Chris and then Woody in the back.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. Joe, I remember asking you weeks ago, and your eyes said it. You were like, we are going to get Martin Truex Jr., and he is going to be with our team. And you were very, very clear and very persistent in it. Can you explain the confidence in the fact that he was going to race for you and that you wanted him? And on your side of it, Martin, that you knew other people probably would be interested in you, and the interest of staying there knowing they wanted you so badly.
Yeah, well, to start with, a few weeks ago when you asked me that, when you have a driver look at you and talk to you and tell you that we can win races, win championships with this race team, that pretty much says it all. We want to be together, we want to accomplish those goals, and you don't get that opportunity. You can spend a whole career in this series and not be in that environment, and you got to capitalize on it while you can, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's what we've talked about through the whole process was how can we make this thing work and keep it going, just so we can just see where it takes us. I mean, it's been such a great like I said, the last couple of years have been so good. It's hard to not see it through and get to the end of the road and see where we end up. So just proud of everybody that's stood behind me, and especially in 14 when we didn't run so well, and we were able to turn it around and get it going, and now it's paying off for all of us. So just try to keep this momentum going and keep building on our success, and hopefully have more big days ahead.
We'll go to Chris and then Woody.
Chris Knight, catchfence.com. Martin, how important was it for your relationship with Bash Pro Shops to continue with the new contract, upping their races from this season to the next couple years?
Well, it was a huge part of it, obviously. We're really excited about that. I know Johnny's really looking forward to next year, and we've had so much fun with him over the years. He's been such a big part of my career, starting out in the Busch Series with us back in 05. So I owe a lot to John. He's really helped keep my career going at times. He helped start it in the beginning, so he's been a big part of that, and I couldn't be more thankful to have Bass Pro Shops on our car. And it's obviously who I am. I think I'm a good representative of their brand and what they do. I mean, that's the guy I am. So it's just been a good relationship all around, and honestly, without John's commitment, this deal wouldn't have came together. So I really do owe a lot to him, and glad we're able to make it all work.
We'll go to Woody, then up front to Brant.
in the middle. Martin, just want to go off the beaten path a little bit and ask, with the Olympics starting up this weekend, if you are into that type of stuff, and if you could pick one Olympic sport to be good at, what would it be?
I've been asked that. We did a big video thing on that a while back. I'm not sure. I'm not, much of an athlete when it comes to Olympic type sports. I played football and baseball back, when I was younger, but, swimming and all the things they do, I've never really had an interest in. But there is one sport, Olympic sport, that most people don't even know exists that I'd probably be pretty good at, and that's archery. So that would be my my Olympic pick.
We'll go up front here to Brant.
Brant James, USA Today Sports for Joe. Is adding a car the next natural evolution for the team, and what's the timeline on doing that, if so?
It's certainly a part of it for the growth of the team. It's been over this journey. We started off, and Barney, his companies have funded our car all along and are still there. But Bass Pro Shop's really coming on board this last year, has really opened up a door for other sponsorships. And it's kind of settled us to where we feel, we're getting strong enough now to support a second effort. And it's no secret we've been working on that. And we'll see where that takes us.
17 is still the goal, the plan, the hope?
If we can get it all pulled together, it'll be 17, yep.
And we'll finish up over here to the right with Stan.
Stan Kriegman with Racing Experts. Joe, a little bit different angle to that question. Is because of the performance of this team this year, because of the determination of your driver and the thoughts that he can win the championship, is there a lot less pressure to have a second team? Because that can be a struggle.
That's a good point. And we've considered that. But with the support that we have right now from Toyota and with Gibbs, the team is just really strong. And, you want to go into something like that where when you're on the high spot and you have all your strength and everything's hitting on all 8 cylinders. And we just feel like that's right now would be a really good time for that. And I think, if we can get it pulled together, we'll be very successful at it.
Gentlemen, thank you for coming in this afternoon. Congratulations, and have a great weekend.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you,
y'all.
everybody.